Hey guys, welcome back. So some major updates. We now have two full wheels and tires, which for most bikes probably isn't that big of a deal, but for a bike like this, it's been a long time coming. You can't see it very well, but I actually took the rear wheel off and I sanded the rim like this, and I actually repainted the center. I painted the hub back here. Everything has been repainted and sanded as best it can. Obviously, after 45 years of wear and tear and sitting out in the rain, it's pitted. It is what it is. You know, I don't want to replace the wheels. Actually, I really like the style of the wheel, but I think it turned out pretty well. Got some new rubber for it. So I've got Dunlap's D404s here on the back. And actually, I really like Dunlap's. This is what I usually put on my bikes, but I was able to get this one, I think, off of Amazon for like, I think maybe 90 bucks. And once again, shout out to Honda of Houston down the road. They were able to mount it for me, and I think with tax it was 45. So to be $135 deep on a really nice Dunlap tire for a rear wheel, I think that's pretty good. So yeah, and this actually will give you a better idea of how I refinished it. So the only part I didn't paint, of course, is where your eye is drawn immediately, right there on that part of the hub. I didn't paint that because I'm an idiot, but I actually resurfaced the disc. You can probably see it there. Repainted the inner part of the wheel. I put a new brake pad back here, which that was a do, man. I've done some brake pads before on bikes, but that was a do. Anyway, so that's done. I have to bleed the brakes, obviously. At the moment, the paint is drying. I actually wanted to paint the mounts for the shocks, so you'll notice the rear shocks are off temporarily while the paint dries on that. This is the technique I've been using. I actually got this off of CJ Media, if you follow that motorcycle build channel, to use a ladder and some ratchet straps to lift the bike up. So I've got that suspended there. Once that dries, I will actually put a jack under the bike to level out the rear end while I put the rear shocks back on. Back at the front end, there's not a lot to say. Got the tank on. Yeah, kind of buttoning everything up. I put the new air filters on, which I'm so stoked about. I can't tell you how much I love those. There's a few details, some blue stuff here, the valve cover I haven't painted. If you've ever built a bike or a car, you know there's a point in the project where you gotta get it running. And I've gotten to that point. I've done all this work, I've done all of these different things. I gotta hear the bike run to get that boost of morale, to get it going. Now we've got a roller. I mean, that's a great first step. It's a roller again, but we gotta hear it run. So even though there are projects, I mean, I hate this stuff here. Even though our projects I will do them after it runs, just because, as I said, it's a turning point in a project. So I've got that is the oil cooler. I'm going to keep it. I'm actually going to repaint it and put it back on. I don't know if I had shown you this in the last video, but they had mounted it with zip ties. So I actually welded in a brace across here with mounting holes, so it actually mounts directly on there. And I've got some rubber bushings that I'm gonna put on there so it doesn't vibrate with the bike, so it should be pretty good. But yeah, I'm actually pleased, and once again I'm gonna show the bottom here. It's been holding full oil for a couple months now, and it hasn't leaked a drop, which I know it's easy to say when it's not running, but like that's a big deal. For a 45-year-old bike to not drip oil when it's sitting, I think is pretty darn good. So moving forward, what I'm gonna do now, once that paint dries, I'm gonna put that on. I'm gonna finish the wiring. Actually, I do wanna get the deck in place. So I'm gonna put, as I said, the skateboard deck. What I'm gonna do is actually cut this brace out because it kind of obstructs the skateboard for the wiring like this, and then put a brace further back. I'll actually weld in a new brace across here so that I can get that skateboard in there and get the wiring on top of it. So there's all the wiring kind of dangling while I get it mounted like this. But yeah, I'm hoping, fingers crossed, that it's only maybe a video or two more before you guys can hear this fire up. I cut these pipes real short, and this is an 1100, so this baby should rattle the windows. And I can't tell you how stoked I am. It's springtime, and I'd love to be able to take this thing for some spins. Yeah. Anyway, I'm stoked. As always, thank you so much for following. If you have any suggestions, you see anything I didn't see, you got any points, tips, anything I could use, do let me know. As I said, after we finish this, we're gonna go back to the Triumph. I already bought some parts. You can see up there, I've got some stuff to put on the Triumph. I'm gonna do a very straightforward, simple wiring harness for this thing. So when I do too, I'll record the whole thing and keep you guys posted. So yeah, you guys take care, and thanks for watching.